have been taught that political history of ancient India is something that is to be neglected, ignored. But there is a reason why we have been told this. The political history of ancient India gives us certain very important messages which contradict and challenge the left narrative in so many ways. So I'll just give you certain instances. Who were the dynasties of ancient India that we may not even be aware of? There is in Orissa a king Kharvela. He was a Jain. In Magad, we had the Nandas, who were people of low caste origin. The Mauryas were people who bred peacocks. In the south, we had the Sahatvanas, who were Brahmins, who married into Naga and Shaka families. We had the Guptas, who were merchant class. So what picture that we get of these early dynasties is a country which is an open society and where anyone with any merit can rise to the highest political office. This is a message that goes against the view of ancient India that has been propagated by left historians. So the view of ancient India, ancient dynasties, it is important for us to know that so that we know what an open society it was. Mathura, there is a Jain center which was ravished by Muhammad Mahmud Ghaznavi. It is called Kankani Tila. That Kankani Tila was excavated by the British in the colonial period. And what they found there tells us so much about this society. They found, tablets, small tablets like this. They are called ayag pattas. They were tablets of homage to a particular Jain Tirthankar or whoever. 99% of those ayag pattas were donated by women. So to say that it was a patriarchal society is totally incorrect, because 99% of the Jain ayag pattas from Mathura were donated by Jain women, and not just Grihast ashram, but people who were, from various backgrounds. And the first image that we have of Saraswati from Mathura is donated by a person who was an ironsmith. So how do we know that? There's an inscription at the base of that Saraswati which says that I'm the person who donated that. If I move out of Mathura and I go to a place like Sanchi, we have all heard of Sanchi, we know the stupa there, but the first small stupa was actually built by King Ashok. It was of bamboo and brick. But in 1 or 2 centuries before the Common Era, we have this huge stupa which is made, the remnants of which survive. Who made this stupa? No royal family was involved. 631 inscriptions have been found from Sanchi. They have been published, and all the inscriptions, only 3 mention royal families. The rest are by ordinary people, jewelers, carpenters, musicians, nuns, gardeners. All kinds of people are donating. And there is a inscription over at Sanchi. The inscription says that we are the ivory workers who have come from Vidisha. We carved this column and we are donating it to Sanchi. So the popular involvement of what we call Hindu sacred structures in the early Common Era is amply demonstrated by, I've given you the example of Mathura, I've given you the example of Sanchi. In the Western Deccan, all these caves, Karli caves, etc., they were all donated by people. And there is one donation by a person who used to ferry people from one place to another, like Eka, rickshaw wale jaise hote hain. So this perception that we have of ancient India is something that is not taught to us. What is taught to us is that it was a caste-ridden society. and it was a patriarchal society. Women were not given their due, but the actual evidence on the ground is what we should emphasize. And it shows that political power was open to anyone who had the capacity to capture it. In the face of external danger, the Hindu society took the initiative to elevate people who could defend India, and the arts and the religion, the structures that were created in that period were by the popular participation of women and ordinary sections of society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.